real quickly. Today's date, 6/7/2017, 1:29 a.m. I told you I'd do this. This guy commented and says, you have been making video for 5 months and have 154 subscribers. I don't think Richie from Boston has anything to worry about. Are you sure about that? Because I'm about to stop you and shut you down right now. I'm about to give you some love. Love, 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 love. You ready for this? Yeah. I've been doing this for 7 years, brother. Okay? I've got 3 hard drives on the side right here. I also have 10 hard drives that are sitting in my closet. I've done all this screen capture shit already. But I didn't choose to put any of it on YouTube at the time. I've been doing this for 7 years, writing, reading, printing, recording, because I can't just jump onto something and not know what I'm talking about. I've been trying to tell you guys a lot, okay? Videos in here stem back all the way to 2013. That's just in here. Okay, these are 2016. Can't you see the dates? 2016, 2016, all the way up, all the way up. Now I have a special folder dedicated to the Illuminati right here. That's just for you. And then look, Justin's YouTube page files. Oh look, 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 look. 12/15/2016 at 6:13 a.m. I'm a hard worker guy. So with that being said, let's jump back. I'll scroll down. I'm just going to show you that, right? Now, I've been saving some things for you guys for today. Okay, for today. This video was made 1 year ago today for the world. Because I wanted to tell you and I wanted to show you that I knew about this stuff already. Let's listen.
Time is running out. You better prepare yourself. Welcome to church. My church. Church of knowledge and wisdom.
1 year ago today, I've told you about it. And it's backwards because the devil works forwards. Disciples of Jesus Christ, we're here.
Boom!
And we're coming out. Make no mistake about it.
The source of these waves is coming close. Now, close does not mean right there where you can see it. I can assure you that, but prior to you seeing anything, this world is going to rumble like you never saw before.
I tried to tell you.
And now for something completely different. Completely different. Completely different.
I've even made music, my friend.
We're going to see drastic changes both in the earth and mankind will naturally ensue. Now I'm going to explain to you what the darkness is as best I can, what I'm familiar with. And it takes a toll on everybody who comes in contact with it. In fact, a person who's irresponsible should never seek out darkness. It will surely consume your soul.
Amen.
I'll tell you this. Exotic elements that are coming into the solar system, so will that darkness grow. Darkness will again be upon the face of the earth. And what was ancient will rise up again. Folks, you live in a very different time. Most of what I'm going to say to a lot of people you won't believe. It is under the cover of global warming, I'll tell you this. The changes of the earth have nothing to do with humanity and everything to do with truth, and it's covered over with a lie. That's when all the knowledge was solidified. The knowledge of global warming actually began in the 1900s. That's when the observations took place. In 2004, everything was solidified. Preparations were made in the 1930s and 40s so they could survive. Yes, they have underground bases. Who doubts that? And this won't be a talk about the underground bases, but I'm telling you, they do exist.
It comes into the stratosphere like a meteor, and every time one falls to Earth or explodes or whatever, it actually brings these things down to the surface of the Earth. You know, not where it's really hot, but on the outside of that debris where the plasma's not forming, it will force them to the surface of the Earth. Now, these are multiple strains of life forms, bacteria, and this, that, and the other. And some of them can produce toxins, they found out. Some of them are vital in nature, but they're stuck in the thermosphere, or I'm sorry, stuck in the stratosphere, floating around the Earth. So any disruption of our atmosphere puts us in danger.
So let's talk about this asteroid. You say that, now I read news articles, they said that this wasn't
This is
discovered
Paul
until
Begley
Sunday.
from a
This
year
past
ago.
Sunday was discovered. But you're saying, no, it was discovered before that. That's just when they released it to the public. Probably because they didn't want to let people get too concerned or overly concerned. Or maybe because they didn't really know how close it was going to come by the Earth until this past Sunday. Is that possibly why they would delay that information?
Normally what they do is if something is going to hit the Earth, they're not going to take the ones that could really potentially be dangerous, they won't tell us all. The ones that come close but are not dangerous, they'll go ahead and release the information once they determine it's not going to impact Earth. So in other words, if the Earth is about to be impacted, they're not going to tell you. Not on mainstream channels. They won't tell us all. Only until they find out that it's not going to affect the Earth, then they put the information out. The cover story, because everything has to have some type of cover story to satisfy the public.
We need the power, the strength to do what you've asked me to do tonight. I ask humbly now to give me the courage to help me to say it from my heart without fear and trembling. In Christ's name.
I've been watching you, Paul
Amen.
Begley, for quite some time.
God has placed me here
In
tonight
silence.
to warn of the coming hour of persecution.
You're a good man,
The Holy
Paul.
Spirit is my witness. This conviction
God has
tonight
blessed you well.
is being warned here and now of the intense hour of persecution to all Spirit-filled believers.
This is from a year ago, ladies and gentlemen. Listen up. I told you this a year ago, but I didn't post it.
Well, the biggest problem is the people that are in it, on it. The reason why I say that is because the people don't listen. People don't listen to nothing. They'd rather play video games. Once again, I'll go back and touch on that. They want to play video games and watch movies. You ever pay attention to what's in your video games or what's in your movies and on TV and the commercials? They're telling you war is about to start. If it hasn't already been going on for so long. The war on terrorism has been the World War III for the longest time. Right underneath our noses. How they're going to officially initiate that World War III into the program is going to be simple. They're going to use another major disaster, whether it be terrorists or floods or earthquakes or volcanoes or weather, storms, cosmic storms. Oh, I bet a lot of you say, that shit don't exist, cosmic storms. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I said this a year ago, ladies and gentlemen.
100%.
Remember that. I don't even own these clothes anymore.
Now, out of my heart, out of this thing right here that beats in my chest, boom, 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 I feel that I have to bring it to all of your attention. At least I have to try. I have to try. Known about these events for a really, really long time. Unfortunately, I didn't know nothing about it. Well, now, fortunately, and unfortunately, I know too much about it. If you people could only see, if you could only open up your mind a little bit, just a fraction, a small fraction, to understand the world a little bit better and what's going on in it. You people would rather create racism amongst all races. I'm starting to see a rise in the whites against the blacks and the blacks against the whites. They're not even black, they're brown. Isn't that? That would be the correct terminology. No matter how you say it, I'm not racist. But I do want to point out, if you focus the energy and the anger that you have out of the love of your heart, then maybe you can put it to good use. Instead of having hatred towards one another. I know, Minnie, you can feel it. It's here in the room with us right now. I know. It's probably sitting behind me. Who knows? It's probably sitting on my head. I know you could see it, girl. Where is it?
I've been with God for years, my friend.
We're fighting sources, unknown sources. We don't even know what the fuck the spiritual world really is, except for what God told us in the Bible. We're told not to screw with it. Spirit writing, all that shit's a form of fortune telling and all that. All that is kibosh. That shit don't matter to me. That's small cakes, even though it all plays a role for the big one. Our earth is dying. It's been dying now for years and years past. But as we gradually move forward, and that little bit becomes more and more and more on a wider scale.
And then it starts to happen
until
faster.
Eventually,
like it is this year.
It's over. That final hour comes and you don't even get a clue. You don't even get a hint that it's here. It just comes suddenly. The earth will rumble. It'll shake and it will not stop. People will run like cowards in the street. People will kill people in the streets. People will take out their revenge on people in the streets. There will be mass chaos in the streets. All around the world.
I am a child of God.
But not before we hit into some technological failure first. Which means all your technology is going to fail. Everything. Any proof we ever had
Listen closely.
If our existence is going to cease to exist.
It's the
You
most
do
important
realize
video
this, I hope.
of your life.
I'm just going to put my feet up. I really don't have time to sit here and bullshit with a computer screen. But I do have time for the people that are watching.
Cigarette don't look healthy, but forgive me.
I'm just going to move this keyboard.
This was a
right
year
out of my
ago,
way.
remember.
I want a flat, nice straight surface. Well, the Illuminati is 100% real. It is the Ohio state flag. It's the only flag like it in the United States. And it's a pretty fucking powerful flag, nonetheless, because it's all they're pretty much promoting on TV now. In the Trump and Hannity interview, you can look that up. There's so many things I know, I don't even know where to begin. The harvest is ripe for the picking. Do you know what that means? You don't know? Use your brain. Think about it. There's definitely an evil entity out there. Not only is it out there, but it's also in spiritual form, not just in the flesh. It can be in any place at once on this earth. It knows at all times what we're doing. It knows what I'm doing right now. And it's not even going to try to stop me. You're going to have something. Any other time I have equipment malfunctions or my lights will flicker or refrigerator light bulb will flicker off and on and shit will come flying off the shelf. Yeah. But you know what I do? I pay no attention to it. I paid attention to it for too many years. I've turned my life over to God. I've acknowledged that Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins. And I have also acknowledged that Jesus Christ rose from the dead 3 days later. Amen. That'll look like I'm using my right hand to you. But the section is key. This is my right hand. It'll be on your left.
I do everything for a reason. Remember that.
The earth is dying.
God ordains everything.
In the past 3 months now, we've seen drastic animal die-off. No, we're not talking about the past few years. We know it's been happening, but not on a scale this large.
From November of 2016.
All around the world. Right now, we're going through disease control. Epidemic, as the Illuminati wants to call it.
And it's worse
I wonder if
now.
Alex Jones will share any of his information that he has. I mean, I really am starting to like the detailed work that he's doing, but I think he's leaving out key pieces of information that's really vital to the public. If you ask me, I think he's paid to do so.
I said it before anybody else.
But although he does got his facts straight, he's on the right page now. Listen, everybody's going to be wrong every now and then. Give him some credit.
Where's Alex Jones now?
Alex Jones, if you're watching this, take a bow. Take a bow.
Where is he
Take a
now?
bow.
They destroyed him, that's
Because
why.
if it wasn't for people like you, we wouldn't have that little bit of key information to go find this big mass index of information, this huge library of history.
You point,
You know, sometimes you have to go back to the past
I click.
to be able to move to the future. You have to. But those who dwell in the past and stay in the past will never move on into the future. So now I'm going to give you your future, because all these animals are dying and our storms and our earth is shaking
Pay
up
attention.
and Earth's axis is tilted and it's about to tilt some more.
And it
There's
did.
a lot of talk. I don't know how true it is. I'm not an astronomer, but from all of the stuff that I've been reading and watching and learning through all news sources, not just Fox News, which is a Donald Trump supporter, which is Alex Jones is also a Donald Trump supporter. CNN, they hate Trump.
I proved the
They love
elections
Hillary.
were rigged.
So you get both sides of the media. If you just watch it, you'll get the lies. You'll get the truth and you'll get the lies. You can determine the truth from the lies and the lies from the truth. Period. I watch 6 different news channels at once on my screen. All volumes are on and up. See, I have no reason to sit here and lie to you. It's not my human nature to misguide or mislead you people, God's people. Let's not forget that. These should be very powerful words I'm saying to you.
Amen.
And if they're not, well then shut it off right now. Look, I learned that you gotta get your facts straight or nobody will believe you. Okay? So I've got my facts straight. I've put it on my Facebook. I've put some stuff on YouTube, some clips of some things, you know. But I've made my own videos. As an amateur starting out, I don't think I'm doing too bad, to be quite honest.
That's right.
There's a lot of weird shit happening. A lot of movies that say 2016, they came out in 2016 and they didn't exist before then. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because I've seen these movies before. I have perfect, accurate memory to tell you detail for detail of every scene that will happen next. These movies, in your time and perception of your reality, is definitely changing around you because of some kind of energy wave that is coming towards the planet. That's a fact, Jack. Can't
It's
scrub
D-wave
that
and
off.
CERN. I was wrong with the energy. It's an energy wave.
I won't scrub that off. I'm going to say it's fact because I know in my heart something is coming and it's big. It's energy. It's huge. Call it God if you want. It just might be. But it's coming. It's going to fuck up all technology. But when it comes, you're not going to see it. You're only going to feel it. It's just going to happen. Boom. Like turning on your TV and your volume's at full blast and it hits your head real quick and it fucks you up. Yeah. Or like not having a cigarette first thing in the morning when you need one. And you get angry and you go crazy in your head. Yeah, yep, just like that. But this is going to be worse. This is going to strike so much fear into your hearts that you're going to beg the government to rescue you. And they're going to throw you in these camps. They're going to throw you in these FEMA camps, federal emergency camps, which they have all right to take you against your own will. You're a human resource. They can kill you if they want.
You're a human resource. Now, I'm going to pause this for a second
Gotta
because
wake up.
I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. You are a human resource. When you're born, our parents sign a birth certificate. Okay? You have a fictitious name. When you sign that birth certificate, at the bottom of the birth certificate, it says this is the certificate of bond. If you look it up in Fidelis, the red number that's on your birth certificate, it'll give you all your personal information. Did you know that we are collateral when we are born? We are born into collateral.
Get right with God. That's all you have to do. You've already been forgiven for your sins, but now you have to acknowledge that you've been forgiven for your sins. You have to say, I understand that you died on the cross for my sins, my Lord. That's it.
Remember this. There's a passage in the Bible that tells you so, that when God's words are preached to the whole world to hear, then you will know the end is near.
Amen. Okay? I mean, I'm sickened in my stomach. The pit of my stomach feels like it's being torn apart. My heart has got this aching pain in there because I love humanity so much, but at the same time, I hate it. I hate that humanity has become and the direction that they've gone. It can be changed. It can be stopped. Not everybody has to go down the same road. There's only two roads, you know. There's hell and there's heaven. There's heaven and there's hell.
I don't have much record time left, guys.
There's only a straight road if you just ask God for forgiveness. Now, I can't say really care if you accept God into your life because it's your choice. You're doing free will. And I can't judge you. I'm not allowed to. That's God's thing. And I can't forgive another person for murder they committed, nor can that person that committed the murder be forgiven by any pope or any religion on this planet. Sorry, only God can do that, because the man ain't alive anymore. The words "I forgive you" have to come from the person's mouth that it was done to. So even this will be a message to the prisoners. Ask God for forgiveness for anything you may have done. Lighten your sentence. Lighten your judgment. Or, how about this? Free your soul. We should have knew better. We should have knew better a long, long time ago. We're starting to see the Egyptian symbols come back in a very big way. Very big way.
Now they're here.
I mean, the United States of America, and God knows what other countries, riddled, and I mean riddled with all of these subliminal messages on TV and symbols and on the police badges. They're all Illuminati. Everything is run by Illuminati. People don't realize this. Illuminati was actually put into effect in 1776. Not a lot of people probably knew that.
Let's go, because I don't have much record time here. So, I just want to show you what I mean. These symbols. I'm going to show you what I mean. You see? Inside of this, it's a dragon with a crown on its head. Okay? And there's another beast right here. And here is the wonderful thing that they always have up top. Right? And then here's the other piece that finishes it off. And here's the 3 X's that mark the spot. Wonderful, isn't it? Let's just give you this one. The video's about to end.
All right.